we here back for another episode of Force to Win podcast. There's your boy Frank Nino. Here my homegirl Leticia J. And today's special guest, Harlem's own, Black Ink's own, my guy Puma. You know what I'm saying? I've been running into this guy for a couple years, you know what I'm saying? Back and forth.
Hello.
Seeing my guy at different events, man. Shout out to my guy Black Frost. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Shout out to Kenny, whole Springfield.
Yeah, the whole 413. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Days Cannabis. Shout out to Foxy Entertainment.
Big
You know what I'm
shout out to
saying?
Days Cannabis, man.
You know.
Shout out to Days.
Shout out to Lavish Life Films.
Yes.
You know? Yeah, we here. But man, this guy is here again. Another dad, my G. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's a man of that. He's a man of that Force to Win hour right now, man. My guy Puma, man. You know what I mean?
So we said Harlem. You're originally from the Bronx, though?
I'm originally from the Bronx, you know what I mean? Big BX. I'm one of those 80s babies, so I got shipped around, you know what I mean? I was born in Manhattan, lived in the Bronx, got shipped to Rockland County. Shout out to everybody in Rockland County. Then got shipped back to the Bronx.
Where's Rockland County at? What was that again?
Rockland County is like a little bit upstate New York, you know what I mean? It's like not that far, maybe 30 minutes upstate, you know what I'm saying? A lot of really dope people I grew up there, you know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to my man Cyree, shout out to my man Hamadi, all them people, you know what I'm saying, my family up there. But then I came back to the Bronx, like I was in the Bronx from 11 on, and from the Bronx to Harlem.
So when did you actually start going to Harlem?
I got to Harlem, my Harlem story is kind of funny in its own little way. I always hung out in Harlem because, you know what I mean, I had a homie that lived in Harlem. Random, he got hit by a bus and his mom took the money and they bought a brownstone in Harlem. So we used to always just hang out in Harlem and shit. And I was with a girl, you know how they told you never date like a stripper and shit. And young dumb me, I was like outside selling weed and shit, thinking I was cool, dating a stripper girl, and you know had the pit bull and all. I really was living that life. I know you ain't thinking Puma, I know, but yeah, I was living a very horrible situation, and I got arrested. I'll never forget. I got arrested because I was arguing with her. But I had a book bag full of weed and shit. And cops, when they pulled up checking on our situation, they checked me. And that's when I knew I had to get away from her. And when I got away from her, I got a room in Harlem. And I just started living in Harlem. And I really
So you rap Harlem and BX then? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just say I'm an uptown baby. You know what I'm saying? If anybody who knows New York City, they understand what that means. You know what I'm saying? Like uptown is my home. Like Harlem, Washington Heights, the Bronx. You know, anybody who has lived in those areas, they know me.
So they consider the Bronx some of the Bronx uptown, basically.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? Anybody from those areas, they be like, nah, Puma's from here. You know what I'm saying? Like I was always around.
So you was a celebrity before you was a celebrity?
Low key, but I wouldn't say that. But yeah, I would say that.
Well,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, what it was is that I adapted really well in life. You know what I'm saying? Like I was one of those people that I was different, but I knew how to hang out with everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like anybody who saw me, I was selling weed on a skateboard with a book bag on, and you would see me in the Bronx at certain hours hanging out with the most randomest humans you would think about. Like, why is he hanging out with them niggas? But then at the same time, you would see me down here on my skateboard hanging out with the skaters or somebody else. I was able to adapt to all cultures and people. And it helped me make good money and survive, and also make a lot of really cool friends that became really awesome humans in life.
Man, how long you been doing the skateboard thing for? Like since you was a kid?
Man, that was like, you know, just fun as a kid, getting around, being in New York City, and just trying to get around. You know what I'm saying? Like getting from point A to point B. not everybody had cars, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was selling weed, but I didn't have car money, so.
So you had the backpack with the skateboard running around, making plays?
Making plays, bro. Paying my rent, you know what I'm saying? I was on my own at 17.
Yeah, that's my next question. I was gonna ask, how early was this when you was
17 on my own.
So you left high school? Did you graduate or?
GED.
Okay.
And they were mad at me.
No, nothing wrong with that.
Because I was what they considered too smart for school. You know what I mean? And I didn't want to even do the GED course. I told them just give me the test and let me get the fuck up out the way.
Yeah.
And they were like, you can't do it like that, Mr. Robinson. And I had to take a whole course. I passed that shit easy. Went right back to, like, I would work and hustle. That was my thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was joking around. If you see there's a building back there with that clock on it over there, that used to be a Virgin Mega store back in the day. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I'm showing my age now. And I used to work in there, you know what I'm saying? Selling CDs and shit.
Yeah, CD era.
You know, I always had a cool ass job. You know what I mean? Like, that was always my thing, having a cool ass job and just getting to the money, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was the life.
Yeah. So what did you meet the stripper chick at?
Oh, you know, bullshit, selling weed on 50th Street.
And she bagged you, you bagged her.
She bagged me. Yeah, that's how that works. You know how that works.
Okay, she bagged you.
She got weed everywhere.
Nah, yeah, because I was always, it was a normal thing to see me. Like, I was always on a schedule. That was one of my stops. So I would always stop there, get to the girls, get the fuck up out the way. And she was like, yo, he's very, like, there was a point in my life I would not talk. Like, this side of me, there's other people who be like, yo, he used to be very quiet and to himself. Like, he didn't talk. He would just do what he had to do and get the fuck up out the way. You know, it worked for a while, but then, you know, at the same time, you got to know how to talk.
No, I commend you. You know what I'm saying? I can't have a stripper as a good. I'm just.
But you know,
she got to be mine. She going to that. She going to that. You used to go see her at work. You used to go see her at work.
No. That was never.
That was never.
Yeah, but you know,
check it out.
That was young and dumb and super hustler. I'm in my brain, you know, living a dumb, reckless life. If I look back at it now, and it's funny to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's who shaped you.
If y'all would have met, if the person that I am right now, this person met that person, and told him like, yeah, you're gonna be me. Get the fuck out my face, my nigga. What the fuck you talking about? You wanna buy this dub real quick? Yeah. So, you know, it's ill. You know what I mean? Transitions in life.
Yeah, man, that's what shapes you as a man today.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
you got to go through the trials and tribulations, different situations.
And then you know,
learn.
I always tell a lot of people, you know, especially with the youth, you know, like, that jail shit is not cool. You know what I'm saying?
You did time? You did?
Yeah, I've been to Rikers, and I always tell people about Rikers. There's one thing, people who've been to Rikers, they know what it is, but a lot of them don't talk about it because honestly, it's a mind fuck, low key.
Yeah.
Rikers is right next to JFK.
Yeah, it is.
So what you hear all day is fucking airplanes flying over your fucking head all day, all night. And that shit fucks with you, bro. Like, it's a mind fuck. Like, you know, when they really talk about breaking you mentally and how that's I know people who's been there and they're gonna hear this and they're gonna be like, yo, he's not lying. Like, that's some shit. It's almost like you become deaf to it after a while. But it still fucks with you because you're thinking about, damn, if I was. You know? So coming back, it changed my perspective of how I was moving, you know what I'm saying, and not letting a female get me in that kind of situation again.
How long did you do?
I did enough.
Okay.
You know, that's all that matters. I did enough.
What did you go on for?
I can't remember how long, but I always remember when I got out because it was a Christmas Eve, and I'll never forget how like the CEOs were acting like we're partying, like them motherfuckers were partying. It was Christmas Eve. So they didn't give us our clothes that we came in, and they told us just take whatever the fuck we found. And you know, everybody complained like, nigga, like what the fuck you mean take what the fuck we found? Y'all wanna go back?
Gotta go.
So I'm in a random Bill Cosby sweater, some random pants and these tackies, and I remember I'm on the train and it's like somebody looked at me, and you know, you get them orange ass tackies on, and they just looked at me. And it's Christmas Eve, my nigga, and I've got the face on, and I'm like aggy, and they were just like, it's gonna be all right type shit. And it's like, it was one of those moments. Like, I have had a lot of those aha moments in life, you know, like, and I think some people don't see it when it happens. They think about it later on, but aha moments where like somebody, it may be a random human that'll come up to you and be like, yo, it's gonna be okay. And you don't know who that random human was, but that person might be some, you know, guardian angel type shit that you're gonna have that, it's gonna be alright, you know what I mean? Let me cool the fuck out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
you're free now, man.
yeah,
you know
what I'm saying? So I cooled out. Doesn't mean I wasn't doing dumb shit still, but I just was more smart about my movement. And then somebody came to me about a tattoo shop. One of my homies, he was like, you know, I want to open up an all-black tattoo shop in Harlem. You know, do you know anybody with money? I'm like, I know a couple people, so you know, God rest my cousin's soul. You know what I mean? Like, I asked him first, and he didn't get it. He was like, nah, that ain't gonna work. And then I met another homie, and you know, he understood it. And then it was also a way for him to clean what he was doing.
Yeah, yep.
So he was down, and we opened up Black Ink, and it was just at first it was really dope because it was like.
What street in Harlem was that on?
113th and
yeah.
Phoenix.
Okay.
And I remember, shout out to Fat Trell. You know what I mean? If you've ever seen any of Killer Season.
Fat Trail?
Fat Trell, yes. You know what I mean? Trell. He's if you've seen any of the Cam movies, you know what I'm talking about. But I remember Fat Trell coming in and saying, yo, what the fuck are y'all niggas doing over here? Yo, this shit used to be a weed spot called Nucleus, yo. What the fuck y'all doing? Tattoos? Nah, this shit ain't gonna work. And I remember niggas telling us, like, yo, this shit ain't gonna work, my nigga. Like, y'all niggas is in the hood. We across the street from Foster Projects. Like, but in our brains, we thinking, that's Foster Projects. You know what I mean? Niggas living that shit.
Yeah. You got the right mentality, man.
You know what I'm saying? So we just went out and we just started going at people and getting them to come in. We would do tattoos on certain girls that we would see in the neighborhood. If you look good to us, that means that everybody in this neighborhood know you look good.
So you would give them a free tattoo? Like for advertisement, obviously.
For advertisement, you know what I'm saying?
How long after you came out did this come along? Did this idea come along?
What do you mean, like
after you came out of jail?
I'm gonna say 2 years after.
2 years after.
2 years after. Cause like after I came out, I kept selling weed, but I was living on 137th and St. Nick, and I was like renting a room out from a lady, and I remember my homie, like I was selling weed with one of my homies, and my cousin asked me, and that's how it came about. Okay. I mean, like, so when I'm learning now, right, like, I remember I used to be so scared about selling weed back then, but now, being around the legal cannabis industry, I'm what they call a legacy dealer. Because I was a person who got arrested for cannabis and been involved with cannabis for most of my life. So I'm known as legacy in New York. And it's like, it sounds crazy, but that's how they speak in this new retail legal market. You know what I mean? So
like Branson, he would be considered legacy.
Super legacy.
Super legacy.
Super legacy. Shout out to him. I got to meet him, and that was a really dope experience because I was like, bro, like, I remember being younger, you were like an urban myth. So to see you right now in this space, it's like mind-blowing. Yeah, you know what I mean? You were like the boogeyman type shit, you know what I'm saying? Like Freddy Krueger, like, you were like somebody you heard of that was like selling a product that you never saw, but everybody had it and knew about it. It's dope to now he's able to be out here legally and have a product. I'm like, it's good. But yeah, back to what I was saying, the whole Black Ink shit. Then you know, we started doing the tattoo thing, and it was cool.
So who's the first team you went in there with? So you got somebody to finance y'all, you know what I'm saying? And so you're the person that, so you're the seed. You're the one that got somebody to finance.
I was one that, there was another person who knew somebody. I wasn't even gonna say I found them. Somebody else found them. They just brought me in once they found them. We were all looking for people.
Okay.
And that wasn't the first time that I had to go look for people. You know what I mean? But that's another part of the story. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's where Black comes in. We'll get to that another time. You know what I mean?
No, shout out to my guy Frost. We got that's really good. We got to get into that. This is forced to win. We got to.
People that be fighting outside one time, man.
Yeah, see.
Huh?
You know,
Come here, Frost, real quick. It's all good, man. Come on, man. Talk. Okay, you know what I'm saying? You can come here. You know what I'm saying? Show your face real quick.
See,
you know what I'm saying? We live right now.
We can't hang around Puma so long, man. We get drunk, we start fighting niggas outside.
Cross down a little bit. Cross down a little bit. Hold on. Hold up. Okay, hold on. Push it over a little bit.
Man. Talk about Puma, man. Puma always want to fight.
Nah.
He need anger management.
Nah, I don't like to fight, man. I don't like injustice. You know what I mean? If I see an injustice, that makes me upset.
How long have you guys known each other?
Shit. Damn, he knew me before the show started. I'll tell you that much.
Respect.
You know what I mean? Like I remember, like as the process of the show started and telling him about it, and them laughing like, yo, my nigga, because I was outside at that point, and they were like, yo, my nigga, you can't be on TV, my nigga. Like you on TV, get the fuck out of here. And I'm like, yo, somebody's about to pay me to be on TV. It's about to happen.
That's a fact.
But then, funny, because I'm saying always looking for people with money, you know what I mean? A lot of people don't know that right before the Black Ink show actually happened, the show almost didn't happen because the shop got shut down. I tell most people, right, there's something about filming a TV show, doing production, doing reality shows, whatever you're trying to do.
Yep.
You better have some overhead. And I try to remind people about that, because if you don't got no overhead, you're gonna fuck yourself some way, somehow. You know what I mean? And that's what happened to us, low key. When you're filming a TV show, you're stopping business. Because you got cameras there, you got people, you're doing parties, you're doing all this camera shit, so you're not actually conducting everyday business how you would naturally do.
Right.
Yep.
So when you're trying to do this, you're losing low key. And doing it, trying to pitch it, we started losing money. Next thing you know, we're in a hole. Something else happened. I'm not gonna get into that. That's a whole nother story that nobody can know about.
Caesar.
But
I'ma say it, nigga.
we needed money. You know what I'm saying? So I remember coming to Black. No, I didn't get a chance to get to Black. I talked to somebody else that I asked them to ask Black, and they didn't ask him. And I remember years later, and I told
Try to ask Black what to
invest.
To invest.
Right? And I remember years later he was so upset about it because the amount of money I was asking for really wasn't as much as what people needed.
Damn. So you would have been executive producer of Black Ink. You would have been Frost. You would have
Low key.
Low key would have been.
Low key. Low key. But the funny thing is that somebody else, you know what I mean, shout out to the homie, shout out to my boy White Boy C. He was the person that came through for us, and we got the shot back and got the show back in order. And you know, that whole experience was ill. You know what I mean? Like, we were the first kind of show that was part of the rebranding of VH1. Like, I think a lot of people, we've been on for so long, and if you really go all the way back to when Black Ink first came on and realized what was happening in that very moment in time of what VH1 was becoming, people don't realize that VH1 wasn't really showing a lot of reality TV shows back then.
Yeah.
We were part of when Mob Wives started. And I remember we went to this fucking commercial shoot, and they had all these people there. They had us like in this little ass room, gave us some Hennessy, and was like, go ahead, niggas, you know, type shit. And I remember looking at Caesar and like, yo, my nigga, they're gonna cancel us after one season, bro. Like, nigga, they're not gonna keep us on TV, bro. And then 10 fucking years later, shit was still on.
Still on.
I mean, and all them shows were gone. You know what I mean? Like, it was kind of surreal in its own way.
How long was the shop open before? So I guess this is like a 3-part question. How long was the shop open before you, who pitched the idea? Who wanted to do the show, basically? And then who did you guys reach out to get it to VH1?
Okay, so the shop was probably open for, I'm going to say, 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And, okay, so you got to go through your reality TV show history, right? Back in the day, there was a show called Harlem Heights that was on BET.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Brooke, right? There was a girl named Brooke. She was like Kanye West's ex-girlfriend. She was on this show on BET, and she was getting tattooed at Black Ink with us by my boy Andre Malcolm. And Andre Malcolm to this day is one of the dopest black artists, tattoo artists in the world. Like, he's dope as shit. He's one of my best friends, but he's low key. He's not into the whole TV shit, but amazing artist. And the girl used to come in and film that Harlem Heights show in the shop. And the producers used to see us and us joking around and be like, you guys should be on TV. Get the fuck out of here, whatever, bro. And some guy came back and he shot a pilot with us, and it was with their original peoples. Now, Caesar was there, but he left. So it was me, a kid named Andre, a kid named Anderson, a guy named Bo, R.I.P., and the original people who owned it. You know what I mean? We shot a pilot. I remember Ferg was there. Shout out to ASAP Ferg, all these people. And it didn't really hit because it was a lot of guys. It wasn't no women there. The women were around us, but they wasn't part of
the show.
us.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So it didn't really hit then. So I remember the Andre kid, he just got too big of an artist. He left. One kid died. And the Anderson kid got too big. He left. So it was like me and Caesar there at one point. Like, it was just me and Caesar there. And we would hire random black artists that we knew. I knew old shit from boosting in the Bronx. Me and Sassy were friends that were doing stuff outside that, you know, we couldn't tell everybody, but people seeing us, they knew those are bro and sis. Everybody knew we wasn't like fucking. They knew them niggas are friends that do business together. And we would roll everywhere together, but we had a cool personality with each other. And I remember they came to us and was like, yo, we want to shoot another reality show with y'all, but y'all need some girls. So I invited Sassy, we invited some other girls, and they filmed it. It was like, yo, there's a bidding war for you guys, and nigga lying.
I didn't believe it, huh?
Bro, at that time in life, bro, if you would have seen me and Black were definitely hanging out a lot around this time. Sin City was the location. If you anybody, I was in Sin City goddamn every day. I swear, like every Thursday amateur night, you definitely was seeing me in Sin City, bro. I was like outside around that time, partying, fighting in the streets, like not thinking about being on TV, my nigga. That was like the furthest thing in my brain. So as time progressed, my girl gets pregnant. Next thing you know, yeah, you guys got picked up by VH1. You got a TV show. Get the fuck out of here. And next thing I know, I'm on fucking TV. I'm filming a TV show. No bullshit. Day one, I got arrested. It was a St. Patrick's Day. I got arrested day one of filming. Dead ass.
What they arrest you for now? Like, I mean,
Smoking weed in the streets.
Damn,
I was like,
that's some bullshit. You out of there, definitely.
I was like, there was. Thank God for my daughter. I think that my daughter was the real final breaking point of Puma, sit your black ass down, my nigga. Because like Black said, I used to be outside like fighting. I fight security. Yes, you see me small frame. Yeah, I was outside, my nigga. Like, but like this, if we're ever somewhere and something left happens, don't worry, I'm not running. Got the arrow, the black clothes out. It's like, yeah, I am not running.
You grabbing a bottle, you grabbing something close to you.
Yep, that one friend that you know is gonna be right there with you. That'll be.
You're knocking somebody with a fucking head.
Somebody's getting knocked out, yo. You fucking with my man, I'm knocking his man out. I'm that friend, you know what I'm saying? So, but my daughter made me bring it all the way in, because I have something to live for now.
And this is the you had a daughter with the same person you with right now, same person, right?
My old lady, man. We got a daughter, a son and daughter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Little house on the prairie. You know what I'm saying? Living up there. Yeah.
He married.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my old lady, Kwani. Shout out to Kwani.
Yeah,
shout out to Zadie. Shout out to Tamia.
All right, so you say you felt like your daughter calmed you down.
All the way.
Married for how many years now?
10.
How long have you guys been together?
13.
Now you also did a marriage. What was that?
Marriage boot camp. That was a dope experience, yo. Shout out to Mama D and Ernest. I did it with Mama D, Ernest, Paulie D and Aubrey all day, which was an experience in itself. Kim Richards and her guy, and there was some other folks from like The Bachelor that was on there, but it was a really dope experience, you know what I mean? Like, that was my first time really doing the whole living in a house reality TV style.
Yeah.
And that was like different, like living on site and being there all the time.
How long did you live on site?
Like, it was almost like a month.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like a month.
Okay.
Yeah. That shit was like, it was dope though. Like I said, shout out to Mama D. Like, Mama D can cook. If you don't know, Mama D can get down in the kitchen,
What was the best thing she could cook?
Shit, she was good at breakfast. Like, her breakfast was always just like bomb, you know what I mean? But like, she would get so mad at like the staff, because you know they would bring food and they like, Mama D was funny. She was definitely an experience. Drinking with Mama D.
So would you say that show was a really helpful show in your marriage?
It was, honestly, like, the one thing, there was something I definitely learned from that show that I use to this day, and it's love, L-U-V, which is listen, understand, and validate. You know what I'm saying? So when you're in an argument, make sure that you listen to what your partner says, make sure you understand what your partner says, and validate what your partner says. Love, L-U-V. Yeah, I use that. That shit helped. See, look at that. Take that shit, fellas. Use that shit on that motherfucker one day. You gonna fuck her head up with that. You know what I'm saying? Girl, I listen, I understand, and I validate what you say. She ain't gonna yell at you no more, I promise.
Okay.
So 10 seasons of Black Ink.
Yes.
Are you guys done?
Shit. I don't know.
When was the last season? October? This past
10,
October?
yeah, that season, the 10B. That was after Caesar getting fired and had me running the show for that season. And yeah, I don't know what happens after. You know what I mean? If it was up to me, I would bring everybody back. Like, fuck all the new people, bring all the old people back and see where they are at now.
Yeah.
See where everybody's at 10 years later.
Like Dutch,
Find Dutch, Sassy, Walter, Sky, everybody. Find the original cast members, Alex, Donna, all of them, and see what are they doing now.
That would be dope. That would
keep
be
in
dope.
contact with anybody besides?
Me and Sassy, of course. You know what I mean? She's like, Sassy just won an award because she's the person that did the Barbie house in Malibu. Sassy did that, and she won an award for that shit.
Wow.
Yeah, she's outside. Like, she probably would win. She probably would win the whole "what are they doing now" shit, because she's doing some like fire shit. Like, she did NBA All-Star Weekend. Like, she does installations like for companies and shit. Like, she's out of here. She's doing some fire shit.
I did a fashion show with her back in like 2014.
You look familiar to the motherfucker. Yeah, like we did that before, right? I feel like I was there.
Oh yeah, it was somewhere in New York around here. Somewhere,
Yeah, you look
yeah.
familiar. Like, I feel like I was there. Word.
But,
yeah, she's doing like her thing. I talked to Ted here and there. You know what I'm saying? He got a shop out there in Milwaukee, and you know he's down doing his thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Ted said you inspired him to get married, man. He was like,
Yeah, man.
you know,
shit, we getting old, nigga. Like,
he's like, yo, you're like the model couple. He was like, yeah, you know, once I seen Caesar, he said, once I see you get married, once I see Puma, they were like, yeah.
I'm trying to make it like it's easy because it's
Yeah.
really hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna definitely get into your shit. You know what I mean? No relationship is perfect, but I think what a lot of people gotta realize is don't jump out the window so quick. You know?
Yeah.
Sometimes like arguments are gonna happen. You know what I mean? The thing I try to teach most of my brothers now, especially the young dudes, is postpartum depression. Cause you know what I mean, you be having these kids with these girls, and all of a sudden she be flipping the fuck out after you had the kid, and you're wondering what the fuck is going on, and you're not realizing it's some whole fucking
chemical imbalance type of shit going.
Shit that's going on.
And it can last. It can last 2 to 3 years.
And if you're not understanding that shit, and you're thinking she's just wilding now, I gotta get the fuck away from her. Nah, it's beyond you. Yeah, it's beyond you, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I try to explain that to my brother. Like, anybody know, I try to help. You know what I mean? Keep the shit correct, man, because there's so many generations of us that's fucked up. You know what I mean? Generations of no dads, no moms, everybody. You know what I mean? Both ends.
Yeah.
You don't understand that because a lot of men don't understand that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? The reason why is because nobody told them, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, it takes information.
It does. It happens, but some females will use that as an advantage too, though.
Yeah, they use that.
They'll turn that around on you too. So you gotta know the difference, man.
Yeah, see that.
You know, man, I got postpartum. You know what? You acting like shut up.
Here you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, he got trauma.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
He's letting out his trauma. Let
Shut up.
it out.
You don't want to end up post.
Yeah. Part
of all this excuses you coming up with. I understand, I got you, but don't try to play that on me. But yeah, it happens though. You gotta just know the music. You gotta know.
You gotta know sometimes.
Yeah, you gotta know. You
thinking, oh, this bitch is crazy. You know, like,
yeah.
You know.
10 years later, you're still using that excuse.
Yeah.
Shut up.
So you mentioned that. We're not in a relationship. He's just annoying at times. You mentioned that Ted opened a shop in Milwaukee. Mm-hmm. How many is that a black ink shop as well, or is it his
Listen,
own?
man, I'm gonna probably use this as the first platform I'm gonna say this on. The black ink business is the black ink business. That shit ain't got nothing to do with my black ass. You know what I'm saying? Cause there be a lot of fuckery going on, and that don't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do what I do. You know what I mean? I was on a show called Black Ink Crew. I own a business called Art to Ink. I'm in the legal cannabis industry. I'm doing me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta really start telling people that. You know what I'm saying? Take myself out of it, because at the end of the day, I guess I'm in my selfish era. I've made a lot of people a lot of money.
As you should.
I've done a lot for a lot of humans, you know what I'm saying? And I have to have something that's mine, that's for me, that I'm doing for me, that I'm enjoying. And right now, this is what the whole me being in cannabis is doing right now, you know? Like, it's my thing.
Yeah.
So your shop is a tattoo shop as well?
My shop is still a tattoo shop. I still have Art to Ink in Harlem. Shout out to Art to Ink Studio. Shout out to Naeem. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Josh. Shout out to my boy Menace on the West Coast. That's family and friends, and all the other new artists that we bring in.
And how long has your shop been around?
8 years.
8 years. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I've surpassed. You know what I mean? But the thing of what I've always made it was, it's not about me. And I've always tried to take that away from the shop. Like, yes, Art to Ink is mine, but I don't I never was the type to have my face everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go into Black Ink and you see Caesar's face everywhere, and I always thought that was weird. I used to tell him all the time, stop doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Me, I don't want my face on the shit. Like, you know what I mean? Let the business speak for itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody knew who the fuck Steve Jobs was for years, but we were buying fucking iPads.
Yeah.
You know, you don't gotta show your face, just let the product speak for itself.
Yeah, no, I hear that. So, when you first...
One shop? Just
one shop, yeah.
Okay.
I just focused on that one shop because I wanted it to be perfect.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I didn't want to branch out too much, and I don't trust people too much. I'll be honest, man. Like, leaving your business name in other people's names in other states and stuff, and you don't know what the fuck people be doing, it makes it hard. You know what I'm saying? makes it really hard.
Yeah. So when you first heard about C's with the dog situation, when that first hit you with the ears, like how was you feeling when you first heard that?
The whole situation is like crazy to me. It's almost like in itself like a fucking TV fucking scene. Like that whole it's to me it was like I seen it from the background to the lead up. I watched the lead up. I watched that whole thing lead up to what it was.
Meaning like he was just doing all types of craziness.
It just
fuckery.
Oh man, like all right. From my eyes and my perspective, like from the Puma perspective of what happened to Caesar and the whole situation, right? I remember he had a birthday party and he was telling us like, yo, the girl is gonna throw me this birthday party and it's gonna be Tony Montana theme. And he's like, yeah, I think me and her are gonna be done because she found God and she became a virgin again and I can't fuck with that shit, you know what I mean? She wants me to marry her, I'm trying to marry her, and yada yada yada. And I'm looking at him and I'm like, yo my nigga, we're getting old. The fuck, bro? You fucking with her, and y'all like, y'all look like y'all happy as shit, marry her. You know what I'm saying? Just wasn't fucking with her like that. You know what I'm saying? It just like wasn't into the whole born again virgin shit.
Yeah.
And he was really going in about that shit. And I kept telling him, like, yo, man, chill out. You know what I'm saying? Chill out. So I remember the party, and, like, the setup of the party was kind of odd. And, he was just over it.
Over her.
Over her.
Yep.
And we did a scene that day. We filmed the show Black Ink. Right? And when you just have a good day of work. So we had a really good scene, like really good day. And like we all chilled after, we were hanging out, joking around, laughing, good times. And I remember we left and he went online and did a Q&A. You remember like they had the Q&A on your Instagram?
Yeah, yep.
Somebody asked him, yo, are you single? And he put single as $1 bill. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, that's not gonna go over well, bro. Like, it just, when you see something, you're like, that's not gonna go over well, right? When you see maybe your homie that like, he may be going through something with his ex, and you see him do something online and he's out maybe with another shorty.
Yeah.
It's like,
you're doing too much too quick.
You're doing too much too quick.
Yeah.
And you just know, this girl is gonna wild the fuck out. You just know it's coming. On God, bro. The next day, my phone, like, I'm on my Instagram, and somebody's like, yeah, you dog abuser. I'm on my Instagram, and like, somebody's like, in my comments, like, yo, you're a dog abuser. And like, I'm used to people saying stupid shit in my comments, but that was just random.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the fuck would somebody call me a dog abuser? Whatever. All of a sudden, my phone starts ringing, my nigga. Like, it's going crazy. And I'm like, why is everybody calling me? So I pick up and somebody's like, yo, bro, what did your man do? And I'm like, what are you talking about? They're like, nah, your man wilded out, my nigga. He beating on dogs. I'm like, what are y'all talking about, bro? Somebody sends me the video. So I see the video and I'm like, oh shit. So I call him and I'm like, yo, my nigga, what the fuck, bro? So he tells me, this is the story he tells me, off rip, right? He's like, yo, I had bought 2 dogs. One of the dogs started wilding out, started trying to bite the other dog, my girl's dog, and like I had to get it off of him. I'm like, okay, that's a liable story that you can tell, because people don't play about that dog shit. We know as black people, Michael Vick, they don't play about that dog shit. I'm like, but you were protecting a dog. I'm like, okay, you might be able to spin that. Somebody calls me like, nigga, did you see the second video? I'm like,
oh shit.
I'm like, there's a second video? I saw the second video. I'm like, oh, hell no, nigga. On guard, bro. Me and Ted. Shout out to Ted. Shout out to me. Me and Ted told this nigga, don't say nothing. Say nothing. You know what the person I use and I kept using? Do what Vince McMahon does. You know what Vince McMahon
Yeah, WWF.
Yeah.
Have you Googled his name in the past like 2 weeks? Like the last 3 weeks what he's been going through?
No, I haven't.
Exactly. You want to know why? Because he says nothing. He has a whole sex trafficking thing with female wrestlers and a whole bunch of people about to arrest him. And
Let me see. I didn't hear that.
Vince McMahon is going through some shit. But Vince McMahon has not said a word, sold multiple stocks of this fucking WWE shit, and got the fuck out the way. Didn't say a goddamn word. Did Caesar listen to us? No, he went on TMZ. And once he did that, it was all downhill from there. And I remember like, bro, it was just so like surreal, like seeing all that happen, and I'm thinking, oh, we're fucked. It's all over.
So did it ever come out who leaked the video? Was it the girl that leaked the video?
I'm not, man, I don't know who leaked the video. I'm just saying for what I know from my perspective. I'm saying from my perspective, what I saw is that he was being disrespectful to his ex the day before. Literally the day before, he was on bullshit time. And the next day.
And God told her to leak the video. No, let me stop.
But at the same time, when you're in a certain level in life, you get a lot of haters, a lot of people.
You're a target.
And you're a target. And then also at the same time, if you're not a good person, if you're walking around extremely arrogant, like you're above everybody, and like you're thinking that you're untouchable and that nobody can touch you and that you're the biggest shit on the planet, and sooner or later it's going to catch up to you. I've always maintained humbleness, you know what I'm saying? Like, Black has known me for years. I'm the same nigga, maybe more cool, relaxed, but still the same nigga from when I wasn't on TV to the nigga that was on TV to this nigga now.
Right.
I keep it balanced, bro. Like, you see me, I walk in anywhere, I'm giving love to people. I try not to act like an asshole, my nigga. Like, you never know. I've met people that you would least expect. That motherfucker's a billionaire, bro. And he's not famous. He don't give a fuck about television or nothing. He's doing what he does. So it's always maintained being cool. And some people, that fame shit is not for everybody. And I preach that to everybody. It's not for everybody. Some people take that shit and it fucks them up mentally. Like, you're the biggest shit in the world and you're nothing, actually. In reality, you're nothing. Because in an instant, it can all be taken away. Like, shit. There's somebody right now that think they the most lit motherfucker right now because they got 1 million followers on TikTok. What happens in 6 months?
What happens if they shut TikTok down? What happens? What are you gonna do?
Who are you?
Nobody.
So, maintain self. Be who you are.
Damn.
You're somebody, just don't be an asshole. You know what I mean?
So when you took over and you were producing the rest of the series, the rest of the season, how did that make you feel? And do you think you ever want to do your own show?
The human that I am, I felt bad because at the end of the day, it's like, if the bullshit didn't happen to him, we still would be doing what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, I feel terrible, but at the same time, I have to feed my family, and your actions, I shouldn't take consequences for your actions. That's like a nigga going to jail and bringing you down with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going down with you, my nigga, but I'm not snitching on you either. You know what I'm saying? You fucked yourself up.
Yeah.
You fucked yourself, bro, and you're not gonna bring us all down with you. That's not happening. So that's what it is at the end of the day. Like, I got kids to feed. You know what I mean? And when harsh reality, when Sky got fired, nobody cared and nobody stopped. When Walter got fired, nobody cared and nobody stopped. When oh shit got fired, nobody cared and nobody stopped. What makes him different? Harsh reality.
Yeah. Facts.
When I got fired and nobody cared and nobody stopped, I had to do marriage boot camp for them motherfuckers to come bring me back. But nobody, did they stop? Did they, oh my God, we gotta protest and stop? Cause no, nobody cared. They kept pushing on.
Right.
So what makes him any different than everybody else?
So would you ever want to produce your own show or get into it?
I like doing television. Television is fun. It's like the audience. What the audience want? Like, I really pay attention to what people watch nowadays. You know what I mean? I see how big Zeus is. You know what I mean? People love watching people get their ass whooped.
They love the drama.
They love the drama. They love the extracurricular bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like there's a whole genre of just funny family shit that people just forgot about, that we don't watch no more. Just funny family shit, funny family dynamics. You know what I mean?
Like the Cosby Show and Family Matters.
Martin, all
You know what I'm
that.
saying?
Like, those were funny family dynamics. Living single, like all that. Yeah, they were roommates, but they were still family.
Yeah.
Funny family dynamics. You know what I mean? I feel like that whole genre is lost.
Yeah, it's gone.
You know what I mean? Like, even the form of comedy now is like you have to disrespect somebody to be funny, rather than just using. Yeah, people take the drama over the family
Here's this
dynamic.
one, like, yes, this is what happens on Force to Win podcast.
But that's like, if there was a way to bring that kind of energy, just like the comedic family dynamic, yeah, I'll be into that.
You into, okay.
That extra drama shit, man. Like, I'm getting too old for that shit, man. Like, I'm really trying to push
More positivity.
not even just positivity, real life situations, my nigga. Like, people are going through real shit, and like all that other extra shit is not it sometimes, bro. Like, there's people out here that's really trying to figure out how to get to the bag and get to some food and paying their rent. You know what I mean? Like, how to make some money, like going through real life struggles, and people don't want to see somebody living in a mansion, fighting inside the mansion.
Right.
That shit is not real life, bro. That shit is a rented location through the production company. You know what I'm saying? That's not nobody's mansion. So, like, we need to start showing real life dynamics. I think that
It's ironic how they say reality TV and it's all made up. And they still probably a lot of it.
Nah, boy, there was a point of it that was, a lot of it was real, but then it's getting out of control now. You know what I mean? Because it got too big. You know what I mean? But that's with everything.
Speaking of real life matters, you mentioned you have your shop, but then you're also trying to push this cannabis situation.
I'm getting into the legal cannabis, the New York State legal cannabis lane. Big shout out to Honest Farm Co. I've been working with a farm up in upstate New York, and like, in all honesty, like I said, I've sold weed in New York City all my life, but I really saw what was happening before it happened. You know what I mean? Like, I saw like legislation happening as it became legal. I watched the different form of products and packaging. And I could have been put my face on the bag and called it Puma Kush and, you know, I could have been did that, but that wasn't what my dream was. My dream was to real life make a genetic strand that was mine and put it into the market, the legal market, that I'm not even just a local nigga selling locally. Like I'm legit selling throughout the whole entire state. And it's longevity, it's, you know what I mean, family wealth. This is something that can go beyond even what I can think of, you know what I'm saying? Something that my kids can eat off of if it pops the way I really believe in my heart it can. And this is what I'm gonna do now, you know what I'm saying? Like I wanna pump this also for all my people that I know been outside selling weed in the black market, in the streets. Like I got niggas that I know that's still selling weed in the streets locally, making a couple of dollars, but got a whole brand and everything, and not realizing you gotta tap in, bro. You could be making money across the state. You know what I'm saying? You already have a name and a brand. Make that shit legal. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I wanna start paving the path that we're the ones that came up with Runts. We're the ones that came up with Gumbo. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are big name brands in the weed companies, in the weed cannabis lane. And I want the blacks, the really, black people out here, cannabis, brands, not just selling out in the streets no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm tired of seeing my niggas getting arrested for weed when these motherfuckers are making billions of dollars across the states. So,
A lot of motherfuckers want to pay Uncle Sam, man.
yeah, listen, man. I take a little 10% and I'll deal with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? You know what 10% of $1 billion is, my nigga? You deal with that. You deal with Uncle Sam. We'll figure that out. You can pay somebody for that. Easy bread. Let's get that. You know what I'm saying? That goes long. You know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking about. And that's what I'm on right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I entertain people. I gave the people me. But now, like I said, this is for me. I gave everybody enough. You know what I mean? Now this is my turn.
You got a name for it? Are you gonna name it Puma?
Nah. You know, like I have names. You know what? I haven't been telling nobody the names, but I guess I'll let this be the first platform that I'll tell the name to.
Oh my gosh!
You know what I mean? And like I'll show you low key, so you know that he's like, oh shit, he's dead ass serious. That's the name of it. So I'm dropping 2 pre-rolls first, and inside the pre-rolls, it's going to be PR13, Puma Robinson. My birthday's on the 13th.
Okay.
And Super Awesome Express, because you know I'm everybody's super awesome friend Puma.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be my first legal product out there, and then my third and like the real crown jewel. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming out with my own personal strain that I really worked on the genetics with somebody, and it's going to be called Puma Piss. You know what I mean? If anybody who's really into the cannabis lane, you know that there's been something called cat piss back in the day.
Yep.
And then, you know, there was cheetah piss. So the next one is going to be Puma Piss. You know what I'm saying? And you see that's
official.
It's official.
The official tissue.
Official tissue.
Right.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So like, yeah, you see all my babies right there, you know. Yeah, so it's look at all my babies, you know what I'm saying? Like it's
So you got your own grow house, everything.
well, there's a farm, shout out to Honest Farm Co. up there, upstate New York, you know what I'm saying? I'm working with them. They are my cultivators and geneticists that I've been working with, and this is about to be a really big thing, you know what I'm saying? Like,
When is your official rollout date?
well, I'm gonna launch my pre-rolls 420 this year. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do a big launch event in Harlem for 420. Then 427, I'm gonna be here at Days Cannabis. You know what I'm saying? So we're still working out all the details, but I'm gonna do a really dope launch event here.
Okay, shout out to Days Cannabis.
And then, you know, as everything keeps cultivating, I'm gonna come out with the strand, the straight raw flower. Then I'm gonna work on some edibles. You know what I mean? Because definitely I see all my black women. Y'all been on your edible wave, low key, you know what I'm saying? I see y'all, you gonna act like you haven't, but she's smiling over there. You know what I mean? I know y'all don't be wanting to smell like smoke, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't mind eating the edible and going out there. I'm working on something fire for my black women out here.
I took an edible in Vegas and I was Chinese.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? We gotta get that vibration, you know, but, you know, I'm trying to not just be out here selling weed, but I'm also want to bring awareness and you know what I mean, some education about the whole industry in itself, you know what I mean? And if I gotta be the starting point of just getting my brothers out the black market and getting us in this whole fucking legal space, then I'm gonna be that one, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get some of this billions, cause once this motherfucker goes federal, you motherfuckers better, you know, get in when you fit in. Talking about? Remember I said it.
So you only cultivate in New York, so you can't sell in Mass, you can't sell in, like, how's that work?
I'm working, you know what I mean? Shout out to my man Black Frost again, you know what I'm saying?
So my question is, so will you have to get a cultivator in Mass too? Like, you got, so
like
each state you want to sell, you gotta get a cultivator in each state. Oh, so you just can't be from get a cultivator in New York and then ship what you made in New York to a different state.
My brother.
Damn, is that serious like that, huh?
That's how you.
Nah, but if you're growing it, I don't understand. So if you're growing it legally in New York, right, and it's being mass produced here,
crossing state lines,
you can't work a deal out with another state and.
Ready? I'm gonna blow your mind. Here we go. Because more than likely you're gonna go through what they call one of them Commonwealth states. You know what I'm saying?
That's what exactly what Mass is.
That motherfucking ain't legal.
Is it
that
legal
means
in Connecticut?
Connecticut is legal. Yeah.
You may go through like a Pennsylvania. You know what I'm saying? And you're crossing state lines and you're doing a whole bunch of other shit, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna fuck yourself, and you know, we gotta make sure we gotta stay out that situation.
Well, I'm saying the states that's legal though, like so.
But that's why we gotta start putting ourselves in these spaces around these farmers, bro. Like
Damn.
the last event, big shout out to New York Retail Association, you know what I mean? The New York Retail Association, my boy Jason, he does a lot of events where he brings the farmers in to meet the legacy people and the buyers and like
different farmers, different states.
Just bringing those people together.
Yeah.
There's people with farms that need help selling. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't. It's about communication and realizing what you're trying to do and really getting into the market. You can still be a local dealer if you want to stay in your block and sell weed to your community. More power to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't knock nobody that does that, but understand that it's going to get harder the more these states get legal, and the more they crack down on making these legal dispensaries, you know, make money. They're going to start cracking down on the black market. So you want to get inside the lane with the legal space, get your licenses. Like I went out and tried to get the license. Don't be afraid to do these things, and that's what I try to like preach to people. Like, go out and do it, bro. It's not that much money. If you're able to go and wear a denim tears outfit, you got enough money to go get a license to go put your fucking weed brand and make it legal. Let's make that money. Fuck them couple of dollars. Let's make some fucking millions. You know what I mean? Get your shit across the state. Fuck just being in local. Let's get it. Because the more we do it, the more motherfuckers will come into these spaces, the more money we make. Next thing you know, you're like fucking Newport, my nigga. Think about that.
Get into the bag. Shout out to Full Court Pressure.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I Frost once again,
pressure.
you know.
No, like yo, he's one of my motivations, Black Frost. Like to see black.
Come through one more time, Frost for me, man. One more time. It's alright, man. You're my guy, man. Fuck that.
To see black really take it and
yeah, man. Talk that shit, man.
See a Black Frost legal strand in Massachusetts. That's motivation. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it right there. Like his shit is statewide, correct?
Yeah.
Statewide. He ain't gotta do much now. You can sit play 2K like I be catching him when I FaceTime him.
You see that?
And he's making money. And he's making money, not doing nothing. Like you can sit and just let the fucking bud tenders, shout to the bud tenders at Days, sell your product. Let's think big. What that person say? Think big, bitch.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Think big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Frost, do you have Full Court Pressure in here in NYC, the Union Square one? Yeah.
It's coming.
It's coming.
Yeah,
okay, it's coming. Okay.
Coming soon.
Okay.
Just waiting on
All right.
everything right now.
Okay.
So you know, we're just trying to do things big. You know what I mean? Like we're trying to change the whole thought process of this cannabis shit, and even us being in this space. We're so used to thinking it's just a drug when it's actually a crop that, just like corn, just like potatoes, just like anything else, we have to really reinvent our thought process of how we're marketing this shit and how we're making money with it.
Do you got to be a resident of the state, or that doesn't matter to get the license in different states that sell that?
Well, I mean,
that cannabis
you have to be a resident, and you getting it like the license. You have to be a resident of that state. have a like.
So that means that will stop you from getting licensed in multiple states, which you can't be a resident of, right?
I mean,
How does that work?
That's where you work out deals with farms, the people who have the license in that farm, and you do your deals with your likeness. You know what I mean? I got lawyers for all that stuff.
All right.
Shout out to my lawyer.
Now, this is questions that people you want to
Shout
get.
out to my lawyer JD. You know what I'm talking about?
We're trying to get us, like you said, us minorities,
Yeah.
off the block and all that. They're gonna want to know these questions. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell one thing
They
too.
also started in mass.
Yes.
License, but you gotta be, for the
In mass.
minorities, if you're convicted of, marijuana.
Yeah.
In the past.
Yep.
You get first dibs on it.
You get first dibs on? Oh, they got a program for that?
So like,
Oh, word.
It might be already in effect.
Like I know how crazy it may sound.
That's a good jewel right there. Y'all
My
gotta.
brothers in Massachusetts. I know it may sound crazy. Yeah, take your ass down to a fucking courthouse and go get your fucking whole goddamn transcript of all your arrests, all your shits, bro, and find out what you got arrested for. All the marijuana shits. That shit makes you money now, bro. Real life.
I ain't know that.
Got first dibs.
It happens, and it's doing it in New York and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a different thought process of how you're going to make money. You know what I'm saying? You can make money sleeping, legit doing nothing. If you really do it correctly, you know what I mean? Line up with people. You know what I mean? You may have to invest some money. Do what you have to do, but let's start thinking smarter. You know what I mean? We can't keep flying out to California.
And that's what niggas is doing.
Exactly.
That's a fact.
Losing.
That's what niggas is doing
You're
that.
not even looking at the overhead in the
Niggas hitting these streets, man.
You know what I mean?
Dope.
But that's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? Right.
That's what's up, man. You know what I mean?
I'm just trying to, preach the truth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's my shit, man.
Nah, that's what we
As
gotta
long
do.
as Black knows me, he'll tell you, like, I'm a futurist. I'll be seeing before others see it. I try to make sure I put people on. I like to take information. I like to spread it. I'm not one of the people that like to hold on to the information.
Yeah.
Because that shit ain't gonna get you nowhere.
Other words,
That-
you crackhead gatekeepers.
Yeah, that shit ain't gonna get you nowhere.
Y'all niggas.
You gotta
The fuck?
let that information go, bro.
Oh yeah, gatekeeping.
Niggas having resources that they're not using.
Yeah, of course.
To their homies.
But that's that's what we do.
Yeah, you gotta definitely do that, bro. You gotta make sure that you spread the information, bro.
Yeah, you gotta spread it.
Like even with the youth, bro, listen to them little niggas, man. Them motherfuckers are making more money than some of us can.
Nah, you gotta listen because times is changing. So if you want to keep up with the times, you gotta talk to the young boys. You gotta talk to the young ones, man.
Give them the jewels.
And let them give you some jewels.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's all about it.
Each one teach one, man. You gotta do it, man. You know what I'm saying? We've been taught to, hate on each other. It's been by design. That's a whole other subject, man.
But
You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing. We have to.
It's a whole other subject.
We have to stop using that as an excuse and break the wheel.
Exactly.
It has to be a moment in life where we break the fucking wheel off.
Well, in order to break the wheel, people got to go back and learn the history. A lot of people don't want to go back to learn. You know what I'm saying?
Like this.
To break it.
I'll give you a great one. Right? How long have we heard that niggas ain't shit when it comes to their kids, right? But you know what I see every day when I take my kid to school? A bunch of motherfucking niggas taking their damn kids to school, bro.
Yes, I see it because I'm just one of them niggas.
Right. Me too. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
I'm one of them niggas with the ER.
It's like, bro, it's a wheel that we don't realize we broke low key. If you look at the internet and let the internet tell you, they'll tell you, we ain't shit, yada yada. But if you look at real life reality, what do you see every day when you take your kid to school? You see more men, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
You see a lot more men, don't you?
I'd be surprised, That's real talk.
Times
Real talk.
have changed.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what
that
I'm saying?
stereotype haunts us.
It haunts us.
That stereotype haunts us, man.
But we're low key breaking the wheel without people realizing it.
Yeah. You got to shed some more light on that, man.
It's got to be us continuing breaking the wheel.
You guys went through it, so you guys don't want to put your kids through it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like all our kids, I know, like Black's kids, his kids are fucking super awesome. They give everything that we had to do dumb shit to get, we give it to them. You know what I'm saying? And that's good. I'm glad that they're able to live that life, like how these other motherfucking kids got to live. You know what I'm saying? Like they get to get the good shit. My daughter got fucking switches and fucking
switches,
iPads,
all that, everything.
And talk about I'm bored.
Crazy.
I love it.
I just went to Ghana, third world country. See these kids out there. Are you fucking crazy, man?
Right, at the same-
what's going? Come on, man.
At the same time, you know what? They don't realize it, but
they don't realize it.
It's also part of your hard work. So don't be too mad at it. You know
No, I'm not mad. It's just, you
Because
know,
it could be
it's
a
just,
lot, bro. It could be a lot worse for them.
yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? So, you know,
Yeah.
take the positive with the negative, you know?
Yeah, definitely. That's balance. That's life. You know, the positive with the negative, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta know how to balance both. You know what I'm saying?
So I know time is winding down, right?
Okay.
I know you got to go. You got things you got to do, right?
I'm trying to get Black to go outside tonight, but he doesn't want to go. He got to go to the gym.
We gonna start it?
I don't know. You,
College. Ooh. If Frank didn't have to go back, I'd be like, let's go to college, guys. So I want to ask you a couple of last questions. You got something you got to say?
Well, now we're still on the kids thing. You know, I know when your kids got diagnosed with autism.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
How did that impact your life? And
I mean,
and what advice you got for people who are going through the same situation you went through when?
I'm not gonna lie, I knew nothing about autism. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna even like I knew. Oh yeah, I'm well aware. No, I had no clue about autism. I still am learning to this day. Like, you know what I mean? Every day is a new experience because I'm learning different things. It's difficult. You know what I mean? There's moments where frustration definitely comes into play. I tell a lot of people, be patient. You know what I mean? Like, patience is like one of my key things.
It's your son, right?
Yeah, my
How
son.
old is he?
He's 5 now.
At what age was he diagnosed with it?
3, and it was crazy because it was like the COVID year. You know what I'm saying? So at first I didn't even believe it because it was like somebody diagnosing my child over a laptop. You know what I'm saying? But once I actually took him in, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, okay, maybe that guy wasn't tripping, you know? So it's been definitely difficult, you know what I'm saying? It has its moments, but at the same time, we're gonna learn this all together, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's my son, love him to death, you know what I mean? We all are working together with him, you know what I mean? The illest part right now in it is him and my daughter's relationship right now. Like, it took a while for them to, but now they're like freaking frat type shit, you know what I mean? Like, she wants to hang out with him. Like, he'll be chilling and she'll come and grab him up, like, come on, come hang out with me. So it's like, I'm loving it, you know what I mean? Like, it's good.
Older, but she's overprotective.
Yeah, OD, you know what I mean? But at the same time, she's still, my daughter is what they call a moon child. My daughter is in her head, she's an artist, like, she's a moon child. So, you know, like, we're still making sure, like, she knows to be on point, but I love her.
How old is she?
11.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you find yourself doing more research, attending a lot more meetings and groups?
Honestly, no, because I don't want to hear what other people do, because I feel like it's gonna like fuck with me. I'd rather just like learn off my own experience, so I know from what I know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know it sounds weird. I like to know what it is about the whole autism stuff, but I don't want to know how other people handle it, because I don't like, people are weird. You know what I'm saying? And like, my son is my son. I'm gonna raise him how he wants, like how I want to raise him. I'm not gonna like have somebody tell me, you know, you gotta be. No. I want him to. I don't want to make him feel like it's a burden, if that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
But your main advice to parents dealing with autism?
Patience. Like, because frustration is definitely one of the high points of it all, but you have to be just really patient. You know what I mean? Like, I try to be patient. I try to communicate a lot. You know what I'm saying? And nurturing. You know what I'm saying? And just try to like listen. Because I know how it is as parents, you know, like they be saying stuff and you're like, yo, what the fuck did you just say? Like you don't know what they're saying, or they may not be saying nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? And like, just be patient, just keep talking. You know what I'm saying? Even if they don't reply to you, just keep talking. You know, because sooner or later they'll open up. You know, if they are don't want to be touched, you know, take your time. Don't force it. You know, because that's how they get into it. You know, and you know. But do it your own way at the same time. Don't follow what I say. Do it.
But that's why you don't go to those meetings. You don't, because you want to do it your own way. Do your own research.
Just don't be hating on them. That's my main shit.
Don't.
Like, you know what I mean? Like that shit ain't gonna help. And then you don't want them to grow up and be a psychopath because they take everything so fucking literal that now they feel like they have to hit everybody because you were hitting on them. So don't hit them. That's my main thing. Yeah.
So, my niece's son has autism. So my nephew has autism. My great nephew has autism, and then my nephew, my oldest nephew, he works in the school with autistic kids. So he's always like you know, they're the smartest kids.
Yeah.
They're very, very
But
smart.
they're very literal.
Yes.
Everything is very like
straightforward.
What's
the origin of autism?
You know what? I feel like
I think it comes from vaccines.
That's what I'm about to say. Yeah, I don't know. I've seen studies from the 80s to now how many vaccines people are getting as kids. Like, you know, when a child's born.
So I feel like I'm in my 40s.
That's just me.
I feel like I'm in my 40s. I feel like our age range, you never heard of kids with autism, and it's the kids that are born 2000s and after.
I'm gonna say between the vaccines and the food. You know
food too, it might be food.
Like everything that we've been doing all these years. Yeah. But you know what I mean? At the same time, they also say they're more advanced than us. Like, so as much as we think it's a defect, it might be a genetic upgrade compared to what the fuck we know. You know what I'm saying? So who knows? You know what I'm saying?
But there's different spectrums of that autism, right? So you have like what is it? Something sports, something burger or whatever. But Elon Musk and Steve Jobs, they both have.
Yeah, exactly. So like, you know, it's all a learning experience.
So Elon Musk is diagnosed with autism?
He's on a spectrum of autism. Steve Jobs is on a spectrum of autism. So, and they're the smartest guys in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like, you know, just like you gotta go with the experience and just how it flows with, you know what I mean?
But yeah. What else for you?
Hey man, I'm trying, man. Life is
it's a lot.
Life is a journey. You gotta just keep flowing with it and enjoy it as you go too. You know what I mean? Do what you have to do for yours, but make sure you do what you have to do for you. That's my whole thing.
So 3 questions still.
Go.
Your pet peeve.
Pet peeve, people asking me the same thing 3 times. I hate that shit.
Something that people don't know about you that you want them to know about you.
I'm a gamer. I'm a fucking low key. I play video games and I be chilling and I read. I'm like a nerd. Yeah, but I'm like cool and I beat your ass. And, you know.
What's your sign?
Aquarius.
Okay. I'm a Gemini.
Oh,
I'm the crazy one.
Yeah, you're the crazy one. You know what? You gotta watch y'all. You know what I mean? I grew up. My sister's a Gemini. Caesar was a Gemini.
Oh.
Yeah.
Caesar gives a bad name for the Gemini.
Yeah, y'all.
Sorry, I didn't mean that.
Y'all be wildin'.
So, the fighting part, I'm up to, so I have 2 more questions. So the fighting part of you, do you feel like you stuck up for yourself or you was that much of a fighter because you got bullied a lot when you was little?
I'm not gonna say, well, but I'm gonna say bully a lot, yeah, I'm gonna say not bully a lot, but being in the Bronx in the 90s, and then I had moved around, so like, I remember I lived in Rockland County, and Rockland County's education system is totally different from the Bronx education system. So you go from being in Rockland County and you can speak French, and then you go back to the Bronx and they're looking at you like, nigga, what the fuck you just said? Why the fuck you talk like that? So I had to learn how to protect myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I was by myself. You know, I have a sister, but my sister is like older, so it was like me. You know what I mean? And nobody gonna really fight for me but me. So yeah, you gotta learn how to protect yourself at all times. You know. And I don't want to be one of them weird ass niggas in karate and shit. That shit was mad weird to me. Remember, like you saw the niggas back in the day that I had to go to karate to protect myself. No, nigga, like I used to watch boxing. Shout out to Roy Jones Jr. You know what I mean? Like, you learn a lot. Get these hands. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what it was. And then I lived in like the Bronx. Like I lived in River Park Towers, building 30. Anybody from the Bronx? And they hear that, they're like, that nigga lived in the chaos. Yeah, so you know, you had to fucking learn, you know what I'm saying? Or you're gonna be a victim, and I ain't nobody's fucking victim, I'll tell you that much. I like money too much to be anybody's victim.
So my last question to you is mental health.
Yes.
What do you do on a daily basis? What does mental health mean to you, and what do you do on a daily basis to...
Busa?
Yes.
Well,
besides smoke weed.
Well, one, mental health is very important to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen a lot in my life, and I know I've seen some shit, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? RIP to the people, you know what I'm saying? One is, don't be afraid to talk. I think that a lot of people be too afraid to say what's wrong because nobody wants to be a victim. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to look like or be taken advantage of and all that stuff like that. You know what I mean? So that's one, is be able to talk. You know what I mean? Be secure with yourself and be able to speak if you're going through something. Two, time. Understanding the concept of time. You know what I mean? What I was 15 years ago, I would not think I was now. What I was 5 years ago, I would definitely not think I was now. What I was doing 2 years ago, yeah, it'd probably be around here. But time can do really ill things, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could be fucked up one week and you could be up the next. You know what I'm saying? I've seen time do ill things to people. I've seen people break up with somebody and think, oh my God, my world is over. The girl left me. I'm never gonna love again. Next thing you know, they're married with 3 kids. So you just don't know with time. Time is a very ill thing.
Can't play with time. You don't know how much. First of all, we don't know how much we got.
Yeah.
So off the rip, that's the number one.
And then also,
you don't know how much.
And then also not knowing how much you get, don't procrastinate on shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of people who second guess themselves. They think that they're not capable of doing something. I fell victim of that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, as human beings, I think we all do.
Like, there's a talent that I low-key have that I have not presented to people because I'm a little bit scared of presenting it to people. But I'm almost there that I'm going to put it out there to the public. I'm not going to talk about it yet. I spoke to Black about it recently and told him to get ready for me.
We'll talk about it off camera then.
And I've been practicing something else. Like, I'm like what they call a Renaissance man. I like to try shit and just to do it, just to see if I can do it. You know what I'm saying? So, do that too, because life is very short. You know what I mean? Like, live your dreams out. Don't fuck with dream killers. If somebody's telling you you can't do something, fuck that person. Don't hang out with them and do that shit. And I bet you do it, and then you go back to them and you tell them, fuck you, because you told me I couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with dream killers. You know what I'm saying? Like, anything is possible. You know what I'm saying? Anything is possible, bro. I've seen some motherfuckers do some shit, bro. I saw a motherfucker come home from jail, sell fire sticks, right? The motherfucker came home from jail, sold fire sticks, and suddenly got into the marijuana shit, and now has one of the biggest weed brands in the fucking entire planet.
Wow.
You wanna know who that is? Shout to Luca Brasi. That's a fucking fact. I remember he came home and was selling fire sticks. I bought one of them. Look at him now. No dream killers, bro. Anything is fucking possible in this fucking planet, bro. Anything is possible. I've seen so many people like come home and become something. Look at the Wallow dudes. Like anything is possible. No dream killers. People hang out with too many negative motherfuckers, bro. Like they be around too many dream killers and they think that that's their homie. That nigga's not your homie. He just wants you to be fucking next to him while he's living in his fucking dwelling, swallowing.
A lot of y'all dream killer niggas
Stop hanging out with them
is
dream
low
killers,
self-esteem motherfuckers.
Stop hanging out with them people, man. No dream killers.
Step your self-esteem game up.
Yeah.
First
I'm
of
fuck
all,
with dream killers, bro.
self-esteem is low. You stay over there. A lot of motherfuckers don't want to admit that
like I
though.
said, Black will tell you, I be talking some crazy shit. I be hitting Black up, talking some whole wild shit. But goddamn it, don't that shit be coming into play? It comes into play. I may be saying that shit maybe years before, but if I believe it, it's gonna happen, bro.
Gonna happen.
You gotta believe it.
You gotta believe it.
Fuck them dream killers.
And that's gonna lead us into the last question.
Go.
Yes, force to win. We need a force to win story. You know what I'm saying? When your back was against the corner, against the wall, and you just had to like think of something and to force that win, to get whatever you had to do, get done and get over the obstacle.
Yeah. Man, there's so many.
This whole
what I'm saying?
interview was the whole force to win story.
Yeah, it was. It was.
My whole life in the force to win story, but goddamn.
That's force to
one
win.
of my favorites, force to win. Shit. Alright, real life, like I remember my girl being pregnant. I'm living in foster projects in a room, in a Dominican lady's room, in a twin bed, selling something in these streets. I'm not gonna say what I was doing, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't weed at that time, but I was outside. And thinking to myself, like, I gotta get my girl out of here before my daughter is born, you know what I'm saying? And seeing how that whole TV shit came into play and like how that whole experience happened, and just having my daughter and making sure I got that first apartment in the Bronx and like living next to Fordham University in the Bronx, but just knowing that was my apartment and my daughter was safe and she had like, that was a force to win type shit, you know what I'm saying? Because I was legit in foster projects, not foster projects, polo grounds, my nigga. Shit, what the fuck am I talking about? I was in a polo grounds, and what made that crazy, there was some nigga that killed mad people in the polo grounds, and that same time I was living there, like he killed his mama, his sister, mad people, and he lived like right there type shit, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, bro, I was like living in a difficult situation, and then all of a sudden I was like a household name. So yeah, you know.
That's how you forced that win, basically.
Yeah, you know, low key, bro. Like,
you was at the bottom, and
like,
then you just rose to the top.
The name Puma was a joke, and now Puma's a household name. So shit, life in itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that part.
That motherfucking part. Yes, sir.
Well, this was a dope interview from start to finish.
Word, I hope I didn't talk too much.
No,
Nah.
no, not at all, not
Had
at
me
all.
sipping.
Not at all. Dope conversation. Appreciate you so much for taking the time out of your
All
evening
good,
to come sit
man.
with us
I appreciate
tonight.
y'all,
Yes,
man.
yes,
Keep this
yes.
up, keep going, you know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
we gonna
You
keep
never know
going,
where this
man.
can take y'all. You know what I mean?
You know, be going. We 6 months in right now. We still,
Keep going.
you know, in infant stages. You know what I'm saying? But you know, we here.
This shit could probably be the next biggest shit in mass right now. You know what I'm saying?
We
Oh, we
fuck
already
that.
big in that.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah,
fucking the world, Craig, the world.
Yeah.
The world.
Yeah. I
We
mean,
want to go the world, Fred.
The world.
Anything you want to say? You want to do your socials too?
Oh yeah. All right. Puma213 on Twitter and Instagram. Puma213 on TikTok, Twitch, and Puma Robinson on YouTube. Look out for the cannabis drop through Honest Farm Co. Look for the PR13 and the Super Awesome Express and them P-Rolls. Look for the Puma Piss. I didn't tell nobody them names yet. Y'all the first to know. yeah, I'm gonna start in New York. I think the next state might be Florida, but you ain't hear that from me. And yeah, I'm out here, bro. I'm outside. You know, if you see me in the streets, give me a hug.
Shout out to Lavish Life Films.
Shout out to Days Cannabis.
Shout out to Days Cannabis.
427 if you're in the Brown. If
Shout out to
this is
Days
by here,
Cannabis.
Pull up, New York City. Shout out to Black
Shout out to
Frost.
Black
Shout out to Black
Say,
Cross
big birthday
again.
coming up.
You know,
I mean,
Big
out-
B-Day. You know what's going on.
Foxy Entertainment.
Foxy
Shout out to
Entertainment.
Foxy Entertainment.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to me.
And shout out to us.
Shout out to us. Word.
We off this. Thank you for joining us tonight.
We out.